WWE teases a huge WrestleMania rematch between Brock Lesnar and a former rival. Kevin Owens reveals his future plans in WWE, and Trish Stratus teases a potential confrontation at an upcoming WWE live event. What's up, everyone? I'm Jose G, and there's a lot to talk about in today's Sportskeeda Wrestling WWE News Roundup. Never miss brand new content by liking, sharing, and subscribing to our YouTube channel. WWE teases a huge WrestleMania rematch between Brock Lesnar and a former rival. WWE is teasing a big WrestleMania rematch between Brock Lesnar and Drew McIntyre. Lesnar is all set to take on his arch-rival Roman Reigns at the Day 1 pay-per-view on January 1st with the Universal Championship at stake. The Beast Incarnate has been eyeing the Universal title ever since returning to WWE at SummerSlam. WWE is scheduled to present a Super Show at the TD Garden in Boston on January 8, 2022. Several matches have been set up for the event so far, including a huge Universal title bout between Drew McIntyre and the winner of Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar at Day 1. This means that if Brock Lesnar defeats Roman Reigns for the gold on Day 1, he will face Drew McIntyre on January 8th at the WWE Super Show. The company is also advertising Universal Championship matches between Drew McIntyre and the winner of Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns for 3 other live events. Brock Lesnar hasn't wrestled at a WWE live event in over 3 years at this point. The last time he worked a live event was way back in 2018. On March 16, 2018, Lesnar took on Kane and Braun Strowman in a Universal title match at WWE MSG show and successfully defended the title. Brock Lesnar is one of the biggest superstars in the business today. He is currently a babyface in his feud with Roman Reigns on SmackDown and is doing a great job at portraying a hero. The Beast Incarnate even saved Paul Heyman from a brutal beatdown at the hands of the Bloodline on the latest episode of SmackDown. Chad Gable gives a health update following an incredible RKO on Raw. While it only lasted a few minutes, Chad Gable and Randy Orton delivered a fun match with a fun finish on Monday Night Raw. The conclusion of the match saw Chad Gable take a crazy RKO from Randy Orton, which ended with him landing right on his head before Orton made the pinfall to secure the victory. WWE on BT Sport questioned today if Chad Gable was alright after taking such an insane RKO, which led to Gable responding on social media to let everyone know that he's more than okay. After the match, Randy Orton found himself face-to-face with Chad Gable's tag team partner Otis. While Orton tried to hit another RKO on Otis as well, the big man prevented that from happening and sent the Viper tumbling out of the ring instead, showcasing the powerhouse's incredible strength. While we still await the finals of the RK Bro tournament between the Street Profits and the Mysterios, it appears that the Alpha Academy could position themselves to earn another shot at RK Bro and their Raw Tag Team Championships. Based on the aftermath between Orton and Otis earlier this year, we wouldn't be surprised to see these two men square off one-on-one next week on Monday Night Raw with Gable in Otis's corner. With Riddle being mysteriously absent from WWE Raw earlier this week, one would hope to see Orton's tag team partner return next week to be in the Viper's corner if he ends up standing across in the ring from Otis. Kevin Owens reveals his future plans in WWE. Kevin Owens has mentioned winning the tag team titles with Sami Zayn and the WWE Championship as the two of the things he would like to accomplish in his career. The two stars are longtime friends, and they've been portrayed as both companions and adversaries on TV. Kevin Owens has been Universal Champion before, and he has the opportunity to win the WWE title for the first time at Day 1. During a recent interaction with Pat LaPrade and Kevin Raphael on l'Antipode de la Lutte podcast, Kevin Owens said that he'd like to win the tag belts with Sami Zayn, but he doesn't think it will be happening in WWE. The prize fighter is one of the company's top stars, and he's performed against some of the very best in the industry right now. However, there are still a handful of stars that the former Universal Champion hasn't worked with yet, like Edge and Rey Mysterio. Kevin Owens is currently scheduled to face Big E, Seth Rollins, and the almighty Bobby Lashley at Day 1 for the WWE Championship on January 1st, 2022. WWE announces 3 title matches for NXT's New Year's Evil. As announced on this week's show, the New Year's special edition of NXT 2.0 will see all the singles titles of the brand being defended. WWE seems to be delivering on its promise to push the rising stars, as the 20-year-old Cora Jade and former NXT Women's Champion Raquel Gonzalez will challenge Mandy Rose for the NXT Women's title in a triple threat match. A title versus title match was also announced for the upcoming special, as Cruiserweight Champion Roderick Strong challenged North American Champion Carmelo Hayes after attacking him earlier on this week's show. For the NXT title, Braun Breaker will face Tommaso Ciampa for his Goldie. The former has been chasing the champion since losing at Halloween Havoc. The challenger vowed to run through everyone to get another opportunity, pinning the Blackheart in the War Games match. Former WWE Champion AJ Styles made a rare appearance on this week's NXT. He showed up on NXT 2.0 to confront the brand's biggest heel, Grayson Waller. The latter has been taunting Styles via social media videos over the weekend. After Dexter Lumis defeated Trick Williams on the show, Waller attacked him with a steel chair from behind. He proclaimed to take out the best in NXT one by one, a mission that began with him attacking Johnny Gargano and LA Knight. Just then, AJ appeared on the big screen and was shown arriving in the back area. The two were later involved in a war of words, but physical altercations occurred as Waller exited the ring, saying that he would let Omos deal with AJ first. It seems like the two could be involved in a match at NXT New Year's Evil. It's rumored that the Styles vs. Omos match will happen at the Day 1 pay-per-view, which is scheduled to take place 3 days before the NXT New Year's Evil special. NXT's upcoming special has already a stacked card. Having a veteran like AJ Styles will surely grab more eyeballs to WWE's third brand. Trish Stratus teases a potential confrontation at an upcoming WWE live event. Could we see a potential showdown between Trish Stratus and Becky Lynch before 2021 is over? Trish Stratus was a guest on this week's Throwing Down with Renee and Misha to discuss a variety of topics. While talking about the upcoming WWE live event taking place in Toronto, Stratus teased a potential confrontation with Raw Women's Champion Becky Lynch. While it would be great if a confrontation between Trish Stratus and Becky Lynch took place, there is a chance, due to the current COVID restrictions in Ontario, that the upcoming WWE live event on December 29th could end up being cancelled. While Trish Stratus has teased confrontation with multiple WWE superstars as of late, she hasn't wrestled since SummerSlam of 2019. The pay-per-view also took place in Toronto when she lost to Charlotte Flair. To see Trish Stratus come back to WWE and take on any of the current crop of superstars would be a delight for fans around the world. Thanks for watching today's Sportskeeda Wrestling WWE News Roundup. For exclusive content that you'd never want to miss, you gotta subscribe to our YouTube channel and smash that notification bell so you never miss whenever we drop brand new content. Follow us on all social media and download the Sportskeeda app for the most up-to-date stories in the world of wrestling.